What's good, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. So we're going to do something a little bit different on my channel. We're going to kind of switch it up a little bit. I've been kind of thinking like the direction that I kind of want to go with my channel and just thinking about like new ideas that I want to incorporate into my channel. And one of the things I'm super into, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really into podcasts. Like, I don't know what it is, but podcasts have literally been like all I watch on YouTube lately. Well, not all I watch on YouTube, but it's like 70 to 80% of what I watch on YouTube or even listen on Spotify and all that. So I would love to honestly like do a podcast one day, like whether that's me like becoming like a guest on someone's podcast if I ever got to like that, like if I ever got to like that reach of an audience, I guess. Or like making a podcast of my own. But since I don't have any of those right now, I thought, how could I incorporate something that I really love into my channel? And I thought, what if I make something so I want to call this series that I'm going to start doing on my channel, Glam and Chat. And so basically what it's going to be is I'm going to incorporate makeup. So I really do love doing my makeup. That's the whole reason I kind of started this channel. Is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm just going to be doing my makeup, and I am also going to just be like chatting with you guys on a longer form of content, similar to kind of like a podcast where we talk about different topics and all of that, but it's going to be a little bit more of a longer like form content. So just a little heads up if in case, because I know some people are not really into that whole like longer form content. Some people like to watch like really short videos, like 10-15 minute videos. These are going to be like longer, like as if it was a podcast. So, you know, sometimes podcasts go into like an hour and 30 minutes. I don't think 2 hours, because I feel like 2 hours would be a little too much for me, but you know, who knows? Because I can talk for days. But I want to start incorporating that. So yeah, I'm going to call this series Glam and Chat, and I'm just going to be doing my makeup while I chat with you guys about different topics and stuff like that. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if there are certain topics maybe you're interested in hearing about or my opinion. And like I said, these are just like random chats and topics. So yeah, I'm really excited to do these. This is a little bit different, but I kind of feel like this is a little bit more me because, as you guys know, whenever I do like my makeup tutorials, I kind of just go on long tangents, and sometimes I forget about that I'm doing my makeup and I'll just go on tangents. So I feel like this is a cool way for me to incorporate that. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys like it, and I hope it reaches the audience that it really enjoys like watching this longer form of content. And maybe, you know, I think this should just be a fun little like background noise that maybe you can have on the background while you're doing your makeup. And yeah, let's go ahead and just like go ahead and get into it. I am like, I don't know how I'm feeling about this top. So I'm not used to like, I don't know. I don't know when it happened, but there was a point where I basically became like super insecure about my like body. I think it's when I started to gain a lot of weight. And ever since I gained a lot of weight, like things that I would never pay attention to, like now I'm kind of really insecure about. And one of those things is my arms. Like I've become like really insecure about how my arms look in like tank tops. So I don't really wear things like this as much. This is the first time I think I've worn something like this in a hot minute. So I'm feeling a little weird, but okay. So now that you guys know what Glam and Chat is going to be about, I hope no one has came up with that name yet, because I was like, what can I name this? And I was like, Glam and Chat, because I'm going to be doing my makeup and chit chatting. So I really hope no one has came up with that, because I was so proud of myself for coming up with that. But you know, in this world we have so many people that are so creative. I feel like it's really hard to find something super unique that's like no one has ever done before. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. So I think one of the things that would be cool, and also I'm going to be like, because this is a lot more casual, I'm not going to be necessarily looking at the camera completely. I'm going to be kind of diving in here and then doing that. But I will say that because this is like a newer thing that I'm going to be doing on my channel, I do kind of want to reintroduce myself for those of the people that find themselves onto my channel, and this is maybe the first video they see, so they kind of know who I am, they know a little bit about me, and maybe a little reintroduction for people that already know about me, because maybe there's things that you guys didn't know about me. I'm trying to find my eyebrow stuff, but I am literally a hot mess today. Okay, so a little bit about me. So my name, like I said, my name is Jasmine. I am 27 years old, which is crazy to think that I am 27 years old because I was literally just the other day like reflecting on life and everything like that. And I was like, I cannot believe that I am literally 27 years old. Like, I feel like the time has flown by so fast. And I literally remember it like it was yesterday when I was literally like first year in college. And I was just like so nervous that I had graduated high school and that life, that I was going into college. And I was like, what am I going to do with life? Like, it's going to be really different. So, the fact that like I'm 27, like I'm just like, wow. Like, and I turned 28 this year. So it's like, and I used to be so scared of getting older and like getting to the place where like I was getting closer to like 30. But now I'll be completely honest, like, I'm not really scared of that. Like, I feel like I'm like, you know what? Like, life is so cool. Like, you learn so many things. And I'm like, life is like literally so cool. And it's cool that like you learn new things about life. And with every year that like God has, like given me the opportunity to be on this earth, I'm like, I'm literally so thankful because I've learned so much in my lifetime. And I'm just so appreciative of like everything in my life. Like, I used to, when we're younger, I feel like sometimes, and not everybody, I think it just kind of depends, but for me, I feel like I can speak on myself, but like when I was younger, like I feel like there was like a lot of things where like maybe I didn't like appreciate or I didn't value, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know. And like now I'm like, yo, even the simplest things, like the fact that like I get to wake up, you know what I mean? Like, I get to do certain things. Like, I have like the ability to do certain things. I'm just so, so thankful for, because life is hard, bruh. And if like you don't like try to make the best out of it, like it can be shitty. But yeah, I'm so, so thankful for everything that has happened in my life. And yeah, 27 years old. That's what I was telling you guys about me. Like, see how like I talk about one thing and then go off in a little tangent. So shout out to the people that are here and still watching, because I'm a little bit, that's another thing about me. I'm a little bit of a scatterbrain. So it's funny because I'm a scatterbrain, but I'm somehow very organized at the same time. But I can just go on tangents for days. Like, when I say for days, like literally, like we could be talking about one thing and then next thing you know, we're talking about something else. So shout out to the people that are like that too and that get me, because I don't know why I'm like that. I've thought for a while, I'm like, do I have maybe ADHD? But I don't know. I kind of identify with some of the things that people that have ADHD do, but I know some people like in my life that like do have ADHD and I'm a little bit more different from them, but I know it's also not like cookie cutter, but I don't know. So I'm sure if I probably went to go get diagnosed, I would have a shitload of things, if I'm being honest, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I am Mexican and Cuban, and I am a very, very proud Latina. I love my culture. I love everything about it, bro. Like, I'm literally so grateful that I have a culture that's so rich and beautiful and immersed, and I just love it. And I don't obviously know everything about my culture. I'll be honest. With that being said, I do speak Spanish. Sí hablo español. Yo no pienso que hablo el español. ¿Cómo se dice? No pienso que hablo el español. I'm not me trying to tell you guys like what I'm trying to say, but then I can't think of the word. So pienso que hablo el español más o menos. Yo digo que yo hablo el español como aquí le decimos, como Spanglish. So hablo el español, pero medio con inglés y en español. So no, yo sé que necesariamente no son las palabras correctas que se dicen en México. Por ejemplo, como aquí decimos, unos de nosotros decimos parquearte o me voy a parquear. Yo me enteré que eso no es una palabra en México. La gente no dice eso. La gente dice, yo me voy a estacionar. Pero uno aquí dice, yo me voy a parquear. Son cosas así donde no son necesariamente palabras en español, que palabras propias en español, pero que uno las medio las mixtea con el inglés. O por ejemplo, el bill, como si vas a un restaurante, oh, denme el bill. Eso no es una palabra en México, yo me enteré. Es, oh, denme la cuenta. So, cosas así. So, I don't really feel like my Spanish is not bad, but it's also not the proper way to speak Spanish. But you know, I defend myself. I try my best. You know, I know I ain't perfect, but you know, I do what I can with what I have. It is a low key kind of a little bit sometimes embarrassing though, like when I go to Mexico and I think my Spanish is like, I'm over here thinking like, oh yeah, my Spanish is so good. Like I got this. I can, you know, I'm going to be able to like communicate efficiently. And then they ask me a question and I'm like, I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, como? Like my literal brain just goes like, computing, beep, 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 beep. Oh my God, guys, so I went to go get my toes done. I went to go get a pedicure. I haven't gotten a pedicure in a hot minute, but I went to go get a pedicure because my toes were looking rough. And I was like, oh, let me get myself like a little drink while I'm getting my pedicure done. Ooh, and y'all, that drink, it was delicious, but y'all know I have tummy issues and anything with milk or a lot of coffee in it, my stomach does not do too well. I am feeling it now. I'm gonna have to take an intermission here for a hot second to go use el baño. Okay, so what else? I feel like when it comes to talking about me, about like myself and like introducing myself, I'm like, who am I? What am I? Like, I forget everything about me. I am the oldest of two, so I actually don't have, my parents did not have a lot of children. They only had me and my brother, or, you know, so it's only me and my brother. So we're not the, you know, I don't have a big crazy family. So it's just us two, but I am the oldest and then I have a younger brother. That's another little thing about me. So I am married. Another thing, and then I have two lovely doggos, Chocolate and Bear. We do not have any children. And I don't know how I feel about the whole children thing, you know, like I used to, and it's not because I don't like children, so don't get me wrong, because I feel like people are quick to jump like, you don't like kids. And it's not that I don't like kids. I actually do like little kids. I think they're pretty cool. I think they're rad. But I think children are a lot of responsibility. And I just think it's so hard. I know you're never fully ready. But I think in today's society, there's a lot of things that concern me about having children. You know, I would be really scared to send my kids to school with a lot of the things that happen in the school sometimes. I honestly literally don't know how people sometimes do it with like affording kids, because I'm from California and I live in California and I'm like, holy moly, everything is so expensive. Like, I don't know if I can see myself affording a kid. And like, I want to be able to give my kids a good life. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to give them the things that like, and don't get me wrong, by far, a mí, like, I cannot say que me faltó cosas in, like, growing up. I can't say that I didn't have things growing up, because my parents busted their ass working so that me and my brother could have a lifestyle. You know what I mean? I cannot complain. You know what I mean? I know that when my mom was a single mom for a while, like when I was younger, she had it hard. But even then, when my mom was, you know, a single mom, she worked like 2 jobs, and like, I never felt less than with like the kids at school. Like, even then, like when probably my mom was struggling and like maybe we were like, you know, like my mom was probably struggling, like I never felt that we were struggling, because my mom did such a good job of making sure that like I was taken care of. You know what I mean? Like, whatever I needed, you know, my mom got it for me. I needed a new backpack and shoes, some clothes. Oh, not me tearing up. This was not supposed to be. What also, another thing about me is that I am very much an emotional person. I like to feel my feelings. I like to cry. I'm a crier. I will cry for a lot of things. So you're going to see that probably here. Anytime I talk about topics that really ring true to me or I feel strongly about, I'm definitely just going to let myself cry, because for the longest time I would repress myself crying. And now I'm like, nah, let myself cry, because that's my body's way of releasing what I need to release. And it's how I show my emotions. But like I was saying, yeah, I like I never felt like anything was missing in my life. Like my mom, and then once my mom met my dad, I call my dad even though he's my stepdad. But to me, he was my dad because my dad raised me since I was a little kid. Since I was like, I think my dad raised me since I was like 3 or 4. I think like 3 actually. Yeah, my dad really stepped in. And I never felt like nostalgico anything. Like my parents were so good about making sure that like we were taken care of. You know what I mean? Like I felt like they really made sure to make sure that we were taken care of, especially like, I know sometimes that does come with a price. Obviously my parents were not, maybe not sometimes around all the time just because they were working so much. But now that when you're younger, you don't understand those things. You know what I mean? You think like, oh, why my parents don't do this? Why don't my parents don't do this? But when you grow up and you realize the amount of sacrifice that your parents had to make for you, you understand things. You start to understand things, and you don't take them as personal, because at the end of the day, your parents are human too, bro. Your parents were literally just trying to do the best they could with what they had. And that's one thing like I try to tell like sometimes like younger kids and stuff like that, because sometimes like we can be a little bit hard on our parents, but we don't realize all the struggles that our parents probably went through. But with that being said, like, yeah, that's something like I want to be able to give my kids a better life than I had. And my parents kind of set the bar high. Like my parents did a lot for us. Like I remember growing up and like being able to do a lot of cool things in my childhood that like I didn't realize that maybe some other people didn't get to experience that in their childhood. So I don't know, with how expensive everything is, like if I would be able to do that. And like honestly, like I don't know what it is, but like I don't really talk about this a lot too much, but I would love to actually be like a stay-at-home mom. Like I know that probably comes with a lot of responsibility, and I don't have kids, so maybe stay-at-home moms are kind of maybe watching this like, this girl does not know what she's getting herself into. But and I get that, you know what I mean? But I think that I really would like to be a stay-at-home mom, and I would like to maybe even like homeschool the kids and stuff like that. But I live in California, so that's kind of rough. So I don't know if financially that would be feasible. Like I could afford to do that. I don't know. So those are just things I think about like having kids. I'm like, these are things I want to do, but am I going to actually be able to do these things? So yeah. What else about me? Things about me. So I'm a Libra. For those of you that are into like all those like horoscope things, I am a Libra, which I don't mind being a Libra. I like being a Libra. I like everything that it entails. What else? I originally started this channel just because I've been wanting to do like YouTube videos for a really long time, like since I was younger, but I never really got the courage to like actually do them because I was low-key kind of just really scared. But this has always been a dream of mine. So I think like YouTube has just always been something that I've always wanted to do. And I'm so happy. I know I may not be super, super consistent with it. And it's just because, like I was telling you guys, I think I've said this, and for those of you that are new here, but something I'm really open about is my mental health. And I've struggled with my mental health. I think like the reason, or not the reason, the time frame that I became aware that I was actually really struggling with my mental health has been like the past 2.5 years. When I really opened my eyes, I was like, oh, this is not normal. Like I'm actually really struggling with my mental health. And so I'm pretty open about it. So I usually sometimes go MIA because I'm dealing with my mental health or just trying to give myself like a breather and stuff like that. But ever since like I can remember, like I've always wanted to do this, and I do want to be more consistent. That is one thing I do want to be more consistent that's one thing I want to do, is just be more consistent, because I lately haven't felt like I have been. But I really do enjoy doing this, and I really just hope that my videos reach the audience that they're supposed to reach, because I'm sure there's people that are like me and that struggle with the same things that like I struggle with. So it's exciting. And yeah, like I've always really been into makeup. I know I'm not like the best at makeup and stuff. I kind of feel like became a late bloomer with makeup just because my mom was like, she didn't really let me wear makeup growing up. Like she was very like, no, don't put makeup on, no te pongas eso. So even like in high school when like I really wanted to wear makeup, she would only really let me wear makeup to like my dance recitals, school dances, and then like prom. But not like I couldn't beat my face and wear like a full face of makeup to high school, even though I really wanted to. So like now I'm like trying to learn like all the techniques that like maybe some people already knew like back then. But I'm excited, I'm excited to post my content. I'm excited to, like I was telling you guys, hopefully this reaches the right audiences and that people are excited to watch these videos. So currently like life, and then I want to talk about kind of current. So that's a little bit about me. Comment below if there's any questions you guys are like curious to know about me or anything. Like I feel like whenever I talk about myself, I get like just a little bit like I don't know what to say about myself. I don't know if anybody feels that way. Like whenever people ask you like, oh, tell me a little bit about yourself, like you're like, even though you like normally you would be able to say things about yourself, but then you kind of like freeze and you don't know what to say. So that's kind of how I feel a little bit right now. Like I'm like, what do I say? But go ahead and comment below if there's any questions that you're curious to know about me. But just current life updates, what I'm currently doing right now and all of that. Lately I have something that is exciting that I want to share, but I'm going to hold off on it. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I'm very much a person that believes in like energy and vibes. And but I know some people don't, but I do really believe in como mal de ojo. And how sometimes people, even the people closest to you, can be sometimes their biggest haters. So whenever I'm working on something or I have some exciting news or anything good, I used to share it because I used to get really excited about sharing it with people. And I'd be like, oh, especially like friends and stuff like that. And like, I'd be like, oh, I really want to share it with them, because I like care about them and I want them to know. But sometimes people can kind of and I don't think sometimes it's not even done intentionally. Sometimes it's just like where that person is in their place and space that they kind of give off this energy of like a little bit hater vibes with sin querer queriendo. But because of that, sometimes when I'm like, there's new things that I'm doing in my life, I don't really share them until they've happened, like when I'm working on something. So there is something I'm working on and it's good that I really want to share, but I'm going to hold off sharing it until it comes true fully. And then I'll tell you guys because yeah, I just kind of learned to do that, to kind of just save. And I would recommend you guys do that too. Like sometimes it's best not to overshare everything in your life, and that's okay, Don't let people make you feel bad if you're not over here telling everyone like your business. It's totally okay if there's things about your life that you don't want to share. Because it's your life, and even if you are like, even like those people who are like influencers who are really big, I feel like we all have the right to not constantly share things with people because it's our own lives. So, and I feel like the people that get it, you know what I mean? And only the people who like don't get it se van a molestar. But yeah, so that is something, but I'll hold off until it comes true, or like it's more finalized for me to share it with you guys. And no, it's not a baby, because whenever I say things, people always think like, oh, she's pregnant. I feel like, no, like how I was telling you guys, it's not something I want to share. It's also not buying a house, because that's also, I feel like, something people think about too. I wish I could tell you guys the news that I would be buying a house, but in this economy, I don't know how we would purchase a house. Like, I feel like it's becoming very, very difficult to own a house, especially in California. After this, guys, after I finish filming, we are gonna go to Korean barbecue. I haven't had meat in a whole month because I think I told you guys in the last video, the doctor had me on this diet. and the diet was dieting. It was very hard, and honestly, yo ni perdí tanto peso, so I'm kind of pissed, low key, because I'm like, why did I do all that work? And oh my god, what did I just do with my eye? Why did I do all that work and your girl didn't even lose that much weight? Like, what in the world? I will say though, the diet when I was, because I had cut out a lot of things, it did make me less bloated. So that did happen, but that was about it, honestly. And right now, mainly in my life right now, what I'm doing is just focusing. I really want to take more time to focus on my channel, really see like create more content, more exciting content. I really, you know what I would really love to do, guys? I would really love to learn how to do like special effects makeup. Like, I know that's like, I know it's like, girl, you barely crawling and you want to go ahead and run a marathon. Like, I know that's hella crazy, but like, I'm like, a girl can dream. Like, I just feel like that would be so sick. Like, imagine the makeup looks or imagine like the cool videos that we could create, guys. Like, that is just so sick. And I don't know. I just think that would be really, really cool. Comment below, like, what are things that like maybe that you really want to do in life and like you're scared to make that leap, but like honestly, like I feel like sometimes we're scared to make those leaps on things that seem scary. Like I was so scared to start my YouTube channel, and it's not like I have a big YouTube channel, you know what I mean? Like I have like what, like shit, I don't even know. I think I have like 200 and something followers. But when I first started, like we all start with like 2 followers, and then I remember when I got like when I first hit 100, I was so excited. I didn't tell anybody, but like if y'all would have seen me off camera, I was so thrilled. And like now that I'm like at 200, I'm like, wow, that's like so awesome, because I know that like literally every, even though it's only 200, like some people will be like, you're only 200, you're not even at 1,000. The 200 subscribers that I have, it has been blood, sweat, and tears. Like I have poured my heart into this channel. I have worked really hard. So I'm so grateful that like I have like I'm so grateful anytime I do get a subscriber, because it's a lot of work that goes into these videos, and it's a lot of time, and it's just time, energy, like it's a lot, especially longer content. Like I feel like longer content is kind of like it's harder now because a lot of people like now there's like TikTok and stuff like that. And to be honest, I do have a TikTok. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok, it's Jazmincurlss. Is it Jazmincurlss? I will link it below or up here somewhere. I will link it somewhere for you guys. But I think my TikTok is Jazmincurlss. But I have a harder time creating content, like shorter content. Like it's just so difficult for me. I don't know why. Like compared to longer content, like I just talk for days. But like shorter content is very much like you have like 3 seconds to grab the viewer's attention or you lost them. And for me, it's like, fuck. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, sometimes just want to talk about random things. So it's just a little bit harder. Also, I'm using the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. This is so old, guys, but this palette, like, is so good. Like, I remember, like, this used to be, like, my freaking thing. But I'm very excited to go to Korean barbecue. The place we are going to, I absolutely love. I've only been there one time before, but it is so good. I like it. The only one thing I will say, it doesn't have a lot of sides. It doesn't have a lot of bachan? Bachan? I don't know if that's how you say it. I think I'm butchering it, but it's what bachan? 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 Gochujang? No, gochujang is I think gochujang is a sauce, like that red paste sauce. Sorry. I'm like, bachan is, I think, I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's like the name of the sides, like all the sides, that's what they call them. But yeah, I am so excited, but they don't really have a lot of sides at this place, but it's okay because we're gonna live. It's not gonna be the end of the world if there's not a lot of sides. But super good. Also, my neck is hurting. Okay, where is my neck is killing me. I do not know what I'm doing. I'm like literally looking and I'm like, girl, what is you looking for? I want to do, oh, what did I just do? Oh my God. Oh my God, what is you doing? That's how I literally feel right now. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Okay, I have no idea what I just did. I just like, it was actually looking really cute and then I low-key kind of messed it up. Also, let me show you guys the cutest thing. Look at this mirror. I got this mirror at TJ Maxx. Literally, it was in the checkout section, like close to the checkouts. You know, like those little aisles? It was in the, like, laid there. And I was like, ugh. Because every time I go to freaking, like, TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I'm so unlucky with finding, like, literally, like, all the cute Hello Kitty things. I've only found 3 Hello Kitty items ever. I got that at TJ Maxx. And then the other cute thing I got was at Home Goods TJ Maxx. It was like a Home Goods TJ Maxx combined. I got one of those not ramen bottles. No, one of those, no, not ramen bottles. One of those like bowls. Not a ramen bowl, but it was like, I don't know, it's like a little bit long. And obsessed. I use that and I absolutely love it. But other than that, like, and then I found a makeup brush set. But other than that, I never find any cute things. Like, I always see these girls that find all these cute things, but... Sorry. But I think it's because they, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the people that, like, resell things, they're the ones that find it because they end up reselling it. Which, I mean, I understand the hustle, but it just sucks because then sometimes you want things and you don't. I feel like the glitter kind of came off when I was doing it. I remember packing it. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of doing this. One thing you will find, though, a lot at TJ Maxx is I've been seeing a lot of those, like, Juicy Couture. I don't know if Juicy Couture was super in when you guys were younger, but when I was younger, Juicy Couture was, like, all the rave, especially in, like, when I was in middle school. All the girls that had, like, Juicy Couture were, like, the it girls. You know what I mean? Or, like, everyone wanted Juicy Couture. I know I wanted Juicy Couture. Especially I wanted that, like, you know that, like, soft, like, what is that material? Like, velvet material? I always wanted one of those bags, but I never had one of those bags. Because Juicy Couture back then was really expensive, I feel like. I remember. Okay. I'm literally, like, mouth-watering. Cannot wait to eat the Korean barbecue. I think, I love the beef bulgogi. That's, like, my go-to. I feel like that's probably, like, a basic at Korean barbecue, but I just love the beef bulgogi. It's my fave. What is me doing? Where did I'm literally running out of this foundation. I need to get some more. I like also the beef bulgogi, and then I love, I don't know what's the correct, I know it starts with a J, but I don't know the exact name, how to pronounce it, but it is like I think they're called like the glass noodles. Those I absolutely love. And then I think they're the fish cakes. Are they called fish cakes? I like the fish cakes too. I really like those. Those are like my 2 favorite, what is it called? My two favorite sides to get. And then I usually just get rice. I know they have like rice paper and stuff like that, but I really am a rice, like steamed white rice girl through and through. I love it. I feel like growing up, every meal we always had rice. Like, you know how, like, especially for Latinos, like, people are like, oh, no, mis tortillas. Like, for me, in our family, it was like, I'm not saying we didn't eat tortillas. We did eat tortillas, but rice was where it was at. Like, we could have a meal without tortillas, but if we didn't have no white rice, like, everybody was complaining. Everyone was like, where's the rice? ¿Dónde está el arroz? So I absolutely love my arroz blanco. I will say though, ever since I moved out from my family's, like, you know, from living with like my grandma and stuff like that, I do miss my abuelita's cooking. Like, literally my food does not taste the same. Like, even if I follow her recipe to the T, it does not taste the same. Anytime I go over there, like, whenever she has, like, home-cooked food, well, she always, like, cooks, and she always cooks, like, a feast. Like, even if they tell her, no cocines tanto, my grandma literally cooks as if she's, like, as if it's, like, Thanksgiving. She cooks a feast. But her food is so, so good. Like, some of my favorite dishes that my grandma cooks, I would say, I'm sorry, how did this become, like, a freaking food talk, like, literally going on tangents about food? But some of my favorite things that my grandma has cooked is like, I think my favorite from her, like, oh man, I have so many, but if I had to do top three, my grandma's really good at cooking chiles rellenos. Because she loves chiles rellenos. My grandma's chiles rellenos are bomb.com. Chiles rellenos, my grandma's albondigas cannot compete. And my grandma makes everything from scratch. So she doesn't use like anything from a can or anything like that. Like everything's from scratch. And so her chiles rellenos, her albondigas, and her enchiladas verdes. Specifically, I like verdes. She makes red too, but she knows that I like verdes. So I like anything like literally verde, like chilaquiles, enchiladas verdes, my fave. Just Mexican food is just like I was telling you guys, the culture, the food is just so bomb. And maybe I'm biased because I'm Mexican, but it is just literally so bomb. But I don't think so because my husband's not Mexican. My husband's Puerto Rican, and literally my husband's like obsessed with Mexican food. Like he literally like we've turned him like literally whenever we go somewhere he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get Mexican food. Like he loves Mexican food. Aside from Panda Express because he's freaking obsessed with Panda Express. But I have to make sure that at some point I put myself on the wait list for the Korean barbecue, because if you don't do that, it will literally take forever. Like last time, even though we put ourselves on the wait list, but okay, so what I do is I put because you put yourself on the wait list like online, and then don't drive there. At least for the place where we go. We don't get there yet, because if you get there right now, they're not. Sometimes you're like, we were on the wait list for like 3 hours, and we did not know not to drive there yet, and we literally like drove there. Ooh, this freaking concealer I think is way too dark for me. It's not as light. Oh well. Doesn't the color revealer, I think? Yeah, I think this is too dark for me. But anyways, we went over there. Oh, I forgot to do my I always forget to do my cream blush before I that literally annoys me. I literally forget to do that every single time. And where's my brush to put my... Y'all, I cannot with myself today. I am just not... I'm gonna use this brush. Oh, this is not gonna... Oh my god. Y'all ignore me. I don't know what I'm doing with my life right now. But last time we went, and then we put ourselves on the list online, and then we drove over there. I don't know why we drove over there. We were waiting 3 hours in the car, and it was the first time. I think if we took my mom, it was for my mom's birthday, we took her over there. My mom was pissed because she was waiting in the car for 3 hours. She was like, why the hell did that take so long? I was like, sorry. I did not know. I did not know not to do that. And then now I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not going to do that. So that's why now I'm like, no, I'm going to put myself on the wait list. And then I am not going to leave until it is closer to me getting seated. When they say like, because the place is not that far from me. So I'm like, unless they put like an hour to 30 minutes, then I'll start driving over there. Because now I'm just going to be wasting my time sitting in the car hungry as hell. Pissed as hell by the time I get my food. It's always funny because I always do like this intense eye, and then I'm just not going to put falsies on. I don't even have falsies anymore. I literally, because I don't wear falsies on a regular basis. So I don't really have them. Ooh, I'm trying to hurry up because I'm surprised this camera has not overheated. But I think, I was about to say, I'm not going to jinx it because I feel like the time is coming soon of when it's going to overheat. And we're going to go in with a highlighter. This MAC highlighter is so pretty. Literally so, so pretty. It's almost like this like purpley, I don't even know how to explain it, like purpley rose gold. But it has a really cool reflection. I hope you guys can pick it up on the camera because it's literally so gorge. Obsessed. What does that sound where it's like obsessed? I hope it goes like that because if not, you guys are just watching me cringing. Ooh, yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. Turbo speed. I don't know why I didn't go to the bathroom before I started filming this. I was just like, I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything is not fine. Oh my god, that was so much powder that I literally just like put on my hand. Bro, did I just... Oh, I also forgot to mention another item that I'm gonna get during the Sephora sale. The Huda Beauty, like her baking powders. I like the one in banana bread. I've tried like a small, like a little sample of the cherry blossom. Tried a little bit of the cherry blossom. It's like the pink one. I don't know. Maybe I need to try it a little bit more, but I didn't really love it that much, if I'm being honest. But the banana bread, I really love. I've heard pound cake. Not my black shirt getting all dirty. I heard the pound cake is really good too. I've never tried that one, so I cannot tell you guys if it's good. But I have to put a lot here on the... We ain't gotta be looking oily. We do not want to be looking oily as hell. Yeah, this Kosas concealer kind of creases up on me. Okay, beautiful. And then I'm gonna use this. Y'all, I'm just gonna show you guys this, but the NYX Duck Plump, this lip gloss, oh my god, it stings. It's so beautiful on the lips, but it stings. It like, you get this peppermint feeling, but like it just doesn't go away while it's on your lips. I just put way too much on my lips. Now my lips are just gonna feel like they're on fire. Oof, I can feel the tinglingness. That was a bad idea. I'm just doing my eyelashes. It burns my lips, but it looks nice. The lip color looks nice. I need to get another one of these Essence things because it's running out. And I refuse to use any other mascara that's not this one. Okay guys, so that is the end of this video. Like I said, go ahead and give this a thumbs up if you like these glam and chats. I know this first one was kind of a little bit awkward, just because I feel like the topics were just a little bit of an introduction and stuff like that. But I'm excited to continue to film these. So comment below if there's some topics that you guys want to hear about in these new glam and chat series that I'm going to be doing. And I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye guys.